Here's it. Just check for me if everything is fine. Please. Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're fine. These days my streaming has been a disaster, but I think I've managed to fix the problem. I think everything is now fine. It has been a struggle. I think the other day I ended the stream prematurely because we're having difficulties. But I think everything is gonna go well today. We just pray that everything will go well. My charger is connected. But how are you guys? I miss you so much. I miss you so much. How has been your trading week? Beginning a new week. What are you looking forward to in this coming week? So in this live, what are we gonna be doing? What are we gonna be doing? Let me just share my stream so that more people can join us. Let me quickly share this stream so that more people can join us, guys. It has been a disaster. But it happens. But streaming on YouTube is not that easy. So I've been trying something new. I've been trying. That's why I've been streaming. I wanted to stream vertically, like what I'm doing now, because I know that most of you guys you guys normally use a phone. You normally use a phone. So let me just share. Currently, I'm just sharing this stream. If you're watching us for the first time, guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like and share. Don't forget to comment what you think about the analysis, where you're watching us from. You never know, maybe you can be selected to be a lucky winner. So what are we going to be doing today? As you know that we have our spike detector. So we're going to select 2 people who are going to be participating in this live, and we're going to give them a free spike detector. So that's what we're going to be doing. So if you comment, you like, you subscribe to our channel, you stand a chance to win these spike detectors. I know that most of you guys who normally trade derivatives, synthetic indices, you are fanatics of spike catching. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. Let me just share. Let's just wait for more people to join us, then we can resume this live. Okay, so basically that's what we're going to be doing. This focus is going to be on boom and crash. We're just focusing on boom and crash, what I think is going to take place, and you also share with me in the comment section. I will be also checking the comments. I'll also be checking the comments and responding to the comments that will be there of what is taking place. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. Let me just log into my account so that as we'll be doing this, last time I ended up doing in a live and there was no audio. So today, before I start, I just want to make sure that we have audios and everything is ready and everything is fine. Okay, Michael Gabreka, good morning from India. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael, for your support. Then we have Selema is saying, Tabe Selema is saying, good morning. The charger is a problem. No, what happened is this. I connected the laptop. So when I connected the laptop, it wasn't fully connected. So I then noticed that, my laptop, the problem is not the charger. The battery of the laptop is not that. I think it doesn't last for more than an hour. So it was the laptop. So when it gave me a notification that the battery was about to, I quickly looked for the charger. Then when I tried to plug it in nicely, it then stopped. Then I said, let me just leave. And for that day, I have been struggling to start my stream. So I said, maybe something just telling me not to just leave everything. Because I tried with the phone, it wasn't coming out nice. I tried multiple times. They wanted me to record vertically. I wanted to, they call it what? I wanted to record horizontally. So I don't know what was happening. So, but anyway, it's fine. It's fine. We have passed that. So it was the laptop. Then good afternoon, watching from Botswana. Bernard. Cheslin is saying, Mr. DC 106 is powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's one of my creation, guys. If there's something that I really gave you that came from my heart, it was the 106. I didn't want to give you guys honestly, but I said, I've reached 10,000 subscribers. People are supporting me. Let me give them something that I've been keeping for years. So I gave you that. It's really came from my heart. Please go and watch that strategy. It's one of the unique spiked catching strategies that you can use to trade boom and crash. So go and check that. Then Musa Slamini is saying, more love from Swaziland. Man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, Swaziland. Thank you so much, Musa. Okay, I don't want to talk too much. I always talk too much. I always say I don't want to talk too much. I end up talking too much. But Ashley, my brother, how are you? And weight loss Jenny is making you glow. Yo, thank you, Mr. Ashley. Good day, everyone. Okay, enough with the comments, guys. Let me just. So I'm glowing, yo. So I think it's a good thing. I need to keep on exercising. But you know what? My wife, I was making good progress. I had lost about 2 kgs. I was now on 101. I started on 102, 103. Then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I didn't do any live. So Sunday, Monday again. So there were actually 4 days that I didn't do this. I didn't exercise. So today when I exercised, yo guys, I was in pain. I was in pain. My whole body was in pain. Yo, when I was done, every part of my body was in pain. But it's nice. I've noticed that if you're going to work out, you don't need to stop. It must be a routine that you do on a daily basis. So I'll try my best, but tomorrow again, I'm not gonna be available. I have some commitments. Then it's fine. Let's go back to the charts. So we're going to start with with Crash 1000. So with Boom, we did an analysis previously on Boom 1000. Let's just go back there and do a follow-up on that analysis. Okay, if you remember, daily chart, was it on daily? Okay, we also analyzed on a daily. And we had the idea of boom selling, but there's something that was very, very important that I said. I think, was it on a daily or an hourly chart? I cleared the charts. I just wanted to analyze on a fresh page, but let's just start with Boom 1000. Guys, streaming on YouTube is not easy. There are a lot of challenges that you always face. I hope my audio is fine. The other day I did a live while I was talking to myself and no one was able to hear. My mic was muted. It's never easy, guys. Okay, there's something that I talked about. We're looking at this particular area here. There was a trend line. I want to start from there. Let's start from where we left and then we see how this goes. What did we say previously? Okay. There's something that I said about this particular level, and I said if a candle closes above that level, it means that price will then move upwards. Was it on a 4-hour time frame? And we're talking about selling, the possibility of Boom 1000 selling. There was a possibility that Boom 1000 was going to sell. Okay, let's just leave that part. I can't remember exactly where we left. Okay, let's just go on the daily and see what is taking place. So, of recent, we've noticed that Boom 1000 was able to create its all-time high when was it? I think it was on the 12th of around 12, 13 of the 13th of July. Boom 1000 was able to create its all-time high. So here, when I looked at this, I said that there was a possibility that price, since we looked at this particular level here. Okay, let's start from. So we can see price was able to create a new higher high, indicating that there's a continuation of a bullish trend. The bullish trend, this bullish trend is very, very strong, very strong. There's a very strong bullish trend. Okay. So price created its higher high. There was a break of structure here. US here. And now so there's a BOS here. Let's look at so before there's something that is very important that I need to tell you guys. Okay, I know we're going to talk about this. I went through different phases in my trading journey where when I started, I was someone who enjoyed. Okay, I started with a little bit of price action. I was reading books about the price action. Then when I started trading, I don't know, I then ended up in what? In indicators. When I started trading, I started from price action, a little bit of price action. I was just focusing on trend lines, and 2 touch points, I draw a trend line. On the 3rd touch point, I buy or sell. That was that. Then the next phase that I then went to was on indicators. With synthetic indices, this is what I've discovered, guys. And I was bathing, and I thought that this is very important. When I get the opportunity to be live, I need to share with you guys this. So you might be trading for some while, or maybe you're probably a beginner. What I'm gonna say is gonna help you. I know how to trade using smart money concept indicators. I know how to trade using price action. Of the 3, which one is more applicable, or which one is more profitable when it comes to derived synthetic indices? Guys, I'm telling you this, you'll never go wrong. If you really want to make money in this industry, just focus on price action. When it comes to price action, what are the things that you're going to be focusing on? I'm going to give you a list of the things that I said, okay, I've been teaching people about smart money concept, indicator-based strategies. I've been teaching people about price action. But what exactly will make someone a profitable trader? Because at the end of the day, when you enroll for mentorship, it's all about you being in a position, if you're given a chart, you're in a position to what to trade. This is what I've finally discovered. Guys, when it comes to smart money concept, it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. Smart money concept is difficult. This is why there's been an attack on Michael Hudson. Why? Because people are now, when he started it was something new, and people are always after new concept, after new information. So people ran to that guy. Now why is it is being attacked? They have seen that this thing is it depends with the industry, but when it comes to derived synthetic, it is less effective. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, it's less effective. If you just focus on price action, then there's now a war between indicators and price action. Indicators, they give signals, they lag. Indicators, if you're just gonna focus on the crash, on scalping, and you're using this particular strategy, yes, you make money, but in the long run, you're not going to make a lot of money. One of the most important things that you need as a trader, the most effective and profitable strategy, is focusing on price action. What are the things that you're gonna look in price action? When it comes to price action, 1, you must know candlestick patterns. You must know chart patterns. You must know how to draw a trend line, how to trade breakouts and fakeouts that will appear on a trend line. So then the next thing is that you also need to know support and resistance. Those 4 things, I'm telling you, they are enough. Because what I've noticed is this. Personally, I became so confused because I knew a lot about trading. I started, sometimes if you're a beginner trader, you're fine, and you just adopt what I'm telling you, price action. On price action, candlestick, chart patterns, you do your market analysis, you you know how to market structure, then you also focus on trend lines and support and resistance. These 5, focus on those 5, you become profitable. Because at the end of the day, there's so much information on YouTube. There's so much information on the internet. Everywhere you go, probably you're looking at different books. There's so much information. So you're not going to be profitable as a trader if you have a lot of information. I thought if I'm gonna know a lot, this is going to give me more money. I used to think that the more you know, the more you earn. It's totally different. Sometimes you become more confused because of the amount of knowledge that you now have. I'm telling you this because some of these things, they conflict. You're trying to make a decision, but you're saying, okay, according to smart money concept, this is to be like this. According to my indicators, this is to be like this. According to price action, this is to be. Those things, there are times when they conflict and you end up being confused. So if you're a beginner trader, just focus on these: candlestick pattern, chart patterns, support and resistance, trend lines. When you look at support and resistance, you're looking for breakouts and what? And reversals on those trend lines or support and resistance. Then the other thing that you also need to know are these 2 things, which most people do not think that are important. One, it's risk management, and trading psychology. So I thought I've been teaching for a very long time. In my mentorship classes, I've been teaching people. And you look at that person after they enroll for the mentorship. At the end, I normally give my students time. I will sit down and I say, okay, we're just going to analyze Boom 1000. I want you to apply the knowledge that you have gained in these charts. You see that most of these guys are confused. Why are they confused? They are confused because they now have too much information. I would teach about smart man concept. I would teach about every ICT concept that you know. I would teach about the Q zone, about the power of 3. I know all of those things. But are they more applicable in derived synthetic market? They are not, to a greater sense. What you have to know is basic knowledge. Try to simple. I'm telling you, trading is very, very, very difficult. You need, again, a powerful mindset. You need a strong mindset. I'm telling you. So what I've shared with you guys is one of the things that I wanted to share in this life. Okay, let's just go and talk about this. So what am I saying here? No price action. Price action. Know your support and resistance, your trend line, the breakouts. Okay, there's a very good example. When I'm at home, I no longer have that desire to watch movies. I'm someone who likes watching movies. When I go and try to watch a movie, I don't know, maybe they're now producing boring movies. My IQ when it comes to movies is very, very high. I want to watch something that is worth watching, maybe for 1 hour or for 2 hours. So now what I normally do is this: if I'm not listening to a sermon, I'm on the internet trying to increase my knowledge, trying to listen to other traders. I also do that. There's this guy, his name is what? Sagex. Yeah, I think so. I think that guy is from Zimbabwe or somewhere. He only trades using support and resistance. It grows a very, very. If you go on his channel, he has a tendency of growing smaller accounts into big accounts. And he try to look at how he is trading. Very simple. He only focuses on trend lines. That's the only thing. And one of the most important what chart pattern that he trades is the flag pattern. He only trades a flag pattern. That's the only knowledge. And there's another girl who is a TikToker. If you go on his channel, he has followers. He's only talking about the passing model chart pattern. So as a trader, if you are going to be profitable, you need to focus on one strategy. You're just going to focus on your support and resistance, and that's it. Don't look for other things. You're gonna be confused. I'm telling you, this is what I've discovered. I was bathing and I said, if I get an opportunity to be live, I'm gonna share this with the people. So that's one thing that you also need to look at. Okay, so I'm looking at this chart. Let's go back to our chart. I'm looking at this chart. What are you guys saying? Pastor Killer is saying, can you please repeat the 4 important things you need to know? Okay, one, I've with me, I normally like price action. I like price action. Although God gave me an ability to come up with my own strategies. If you look at my strategies that are there on my YouTube channel, they are my original strategies. You rarely see me sharing a strategy that I saw somewhere. When I look at the charts, there are things that I see. You know that when I'm done, I always laugh at myself. When I'm done making a video, I listen to those videos. I enjoy listening to my content. It seems like when I'm making those videos, should I say it like that? When I'm making a video, there is, I don't know, there's a second person. I'm trying to avoid to use the word a second spirit. There's a second personality that makes those videos, and I'll be wondering, how did I come up with this? Where did this information go? Honestly, if I'm gonna tell you this, honestly, if it was my own understanding and my own mental abilities, I don't think I'll be able to make that. But I believe that God gave me that ability. Go and check those strategies, guys. My strategies, they work. Those indicator-based strategies for scalping, for spike trading. If you're struggling, go and watch those videos. They work. I know 100% they work. I have a guy who comes. I don't even know this guy. He watched one video, and he was working. He left his job and went back to Zimbabwe. The other guy whom he introduced to my channel was now confessing this guy, he was struggling, he was going to work, he was doing this piece job and what. Now he has made about $6,000 US. He's left his job. It was only because of a single YouTube video that he watched of a strategy that I made. So I know of a fact that my strategies, they work. But I'm not talking too much. I don't want to make this very long. Okay. The 4 important things that you need to know. One, you need to know support and resistance, trend line strategies. So when it comes to support and resistance, when a price reaches a support or a resistance level, so when it comes to trend lines, basically a trend line is just a resistance or a support that is not horizontal. There's what we call horizontal support. Sometimes we can have these diagonal support levels that appear like they are dynamic support and resistance, something like this. So you need to know those two things, and you must expect two things when a price reaches a support and resistance. Price can reverse or there can be a breakout. So if you know support and resistance, and the second thing that you need to know is this market structure. You need to know your market structure. Are you in an uptrend or are you in a downtrend? That's a very important point. Then the other thing that you need to know is candlesticks. Candlesticks, they carry a lot of information. By just looking at the type of candlesticks, there was a chart that I was looking at. It was Crash 500. There were certain candlesticks that started to appear. I think it was only 1 hour. There were two. Let me go on Crash 500. I was just looking at the charts and I saw this. Then I knew that okay, price is about to reverse. Then I went to look at was a 200 exponential moving average that was appearing there. When that happened, I knew. I was just looking at the chart. You see here, I looked at the type of candlesticks that are appearing here. Then I knew that price was going to start reversing and start to drop. Then I said, okay, it's fine. Let me just add a 200 exponential moving average. So by just looking at the type of candlesticks, you're in a position to know what is going to take place, So it's very important for you to know the different type of candlesticks. And on the candlesticks, what are the candlesticks that you're gonna focus on? One, you need to know the pin bars. If a bullish and a bearish pin bar, the shooting star and the hammer candle. You need to know about engulfing candles. You need to know about evening stars. You also need to know about doji. But doji, it's a neutral candle. The most important ones are the reversal candles. We have complex and simple candlestick patterns. So of the reversals, those ones are very important for you to know if there is a likelihood of price reversing. Using your knowledge of what support and resistance, and you also encompass your knowledge on what candlesticks to know, okay, price is on a resistance level, price is on my trend line, and I now have the appearance of a shooting star. There's a likelihood that there's going to be a bearish reversal. If price is on my horizontal support and there is an appearance of a hammer candle, a bullish pin bar, you know that there's a likelihood of price reversing upwards, a bullish reversal. So candlesticks, they also are very, very important. Then you also need to know chart patterns. They are very, very important, and they are very, very chart patterns. That guy Sejex is only talking about chart patterns. He's a very good when it comes to these patterns. It's very good, but he only trades one chart pattern. Look at the chart pattern that will be that he mostly focuses on. It's a flag pattern. Okay, after having this knowledge, you need two important things that most people do not have, which is trading psychology. I'm telling you guys, I was supposed to leave this trading business a long time ago. I was supposed to leave this trading thing a long time ago, but because of the psychology that I have when it comes to trading, it's a different psychology. I started losing. I didn't know anything. I was losing when I started. It took me 1 year losing, and I lost something like close to 1,000 to 1,500 US dollars. We ended up fighting with my wife. Can't you see that you're losing money in this business? Then I said, yes, I'm losing money, but I see that one day I can make it. So I ended up telling my wife, it was something that came into my mind. I ended up telling my wife that, you know what, I'm paying fees. It's like when you're going to school, you don't consider paying for your fees as a loss or your tuition as a loss. No, you don't consider. You're paying fees so that you get the necessary information. So if you're losing, just have that mindset again. I'm losing. Okay, I'm just paying my fees. But the most important thing that you have to do, know your price action. And that's what I'm trying to hammer and trying to tell you guys. Okay, we are talking about analysis, and I'm now talking about these things. So when I was losing, I didn't take it as a loss or losing money. I considered it as a what? As a way of paying my tuition. I was paying for the for what? For the experience, the trading knowledge, and what. So it's not easy, guys. So you need to have a good trading psychology, and the other thing is risk management, which is very, very important. Risk management is very, very important. And if you are coming into this game, this trading game, and you think you're gonna make millions quickly, after a year I'll be a millionaire, I'm telling you, I've been trading for a very long time. One of the things that hinders us, okay, it depends with your background, but if you are going to be someone who's going to be depositing, like most of the guys that I know that trade synthetics, most of the people that I see, they'll be depositing 100 US dollars, they'll be depositing 500, 1,000 US dollars. In that way, there's no way that you're going to make a miracle of making millions from 1,000 US dollars. It's impossible. But if you're now talking about investing maybe 100,000 US dollars, yes, there's that possibility. But where are you going to get that 100,000 US dollars? It's impossible. There's that possibility of you trading that 100,000 US dollars. So what I've discovered now is this: when I trade, I'm no longer withdrawing my money in my account until it reaches maybe 100,000. There is that possibility that if I'm going to get to 100,000 US dollars and I don't withdraw, every time when I make profit, I'll just set it aside. And maybe on a daily basis, I'm starting with 50 to 100 US dollars. That's what I'm now doing. If I make a profit of 200 US dollars, I withdraw it immediately on that particular day. If I make that with 300 US dollars, I put it aside. I'm left with my 50 US dollars. I'm left with my 100 US dollars to trade on the next day until I get to that point. So that's my another thing, just to manage my money. There's also money management. There's also risk management. So guys, let's talk about the main business, the main thing that we are here for. So I think I've answered you, Pastor Kile. Pastor Kile was talking about this. Okay. Let me just do this. Okay, let's look at the charts. So when I was just looking at this and I said, okay, there are these two candles. My knowledge about candles, they tell me that if there's an appearance of a shooting star, I hope you guys can see this. There were these. I was just looking at this. I wasn't trading, and I looked at these candlesticks here. On an hourly chart, I knew that price was going to start reversing. So the knowledge about candlesticks is very, very important. So another thing that you also need to know is chart patterns. So if you have that, I think it can be a profitable trade. So I was thinking that why when I've discovered this, why is it I should have a separate course or a separate classes where I teach people specifically these things? I've been teaching smart money concept, but if you, after the lessons, if you try to ask people to apply the knowledge I'm telling you, smart money concept is, people know basically fair value gap, but there's more to that. There are multiple examples of fair value gaps. There are different types of fair value gaps. There are different types of order blocks. So I'm telling you, just make it easy for yourself. No price action. Forget about this smart money concept when it comes to derive synthetic indices. Even gold, I am always analyzing my gold, and I've been very, very accurate. Unfortunately, that when it comes to news events, if you look at how I analyzed gold on the chart, I think on that day when we had what NFB. If you look at how I analyzed, go and look for that video and check how gold is appearing now. I accurately predicted that from this particular level, if the news comes like this, it's gonna reach and move to this particular level, exactly like how I predicted it then happened. But I wasn't using smart money concept, I was just using price action. Okay, enough with the talking. Okay, let's go to 1000. So we talked about the fact that there was a likelihood that price was going to reverse in boom 1000. We talked about that issue. But what is currently happening is this. Let's go on the daily. Some people are not that patient. What they're just waiting for is boom going to buy. But the question is, why is it going to buy and why is it going to sell? So that's the most important question. Okay. When price was able to, this is on the daily, when price, and we saw that price closed below, it took out the liquidity that was above here. Price then immediately closed and started to drop, coming to this particular area here. So how do we know from this daily candle if price is going to move up or is going to move down? If I'm going to focus on this particular candle here, I want to see what is taking place here. Okay, let's go on the previous candle, this one. If you look at this week, we started on today's what? I'm gonna draw a trend line here, joining these two lows. There's a chart pattern that is called a peanut, which is a continuation. So when you look at continuation chart patterns, they are reversal, they are continuation. The best chart patterns that you can make use of are continuation chart patterns. And we have a flag pattern is part of this continuation pattern, and also a wedge, and also have a peanut. Let's look at what has been taking place here. Let me connect these lows. I want to understand how price. So basically, the reason why we are drawing trend lines is that we want to understand what is taking place and what is going to likely take place by just drawing trend lines. So here we can see where this low of this candle and this low, these lows are the ones that we've used to draw this trend line. We've drawn these two lows. So for you to draw a trend line, you need 2 points. So I have 2 points here. Again, I'm going to mark this point with 1 touch point and also another touch point here. What is the name of this pattern? Is it a chart pattern? So we are on the daily. Let's just go back on the 4-hour chart pattern and see what is taking place. This is very easy. This is the easiest trade, the easiest. So it's a chart pattern. What do we call this chart pattern? What do we call? There are some people who go on the on the internet just to connect people. So for those who know, guys, what do we call this chart pattern? To me, it looks like a peanut. looks like a peanut, but it's a triangle. Which type of a triangle? What do we call this? Do we have anyone? I want this to be more I want this to be more interactive. What do we call this chart pattern, guys? Okay, I can see a chart pattern here, and you see, this is the reason why I said chart patterns are very important. What do we call this one? Descending triangle. So what's the difference between a descending triangle and a peanut? Descending triangle. Triangle, yes. So the other mistake that most people normally make is this. When it comes to these triangles, so what's the difference between a peanut? So it's not important. The point that I'm trying to emphasize is this. When people are learning about these things, they try to cram it like in school. These are more practical. I know this pattern, but the most important thing is this. You draw your trend line. You see we have these points here. Today's live is going to be a little bit long. I've been craving for this opportunity. I was a bit busy. I've been running a lot of things here. Okay, so you see we have these 3 touch points here. So that's the thing that you do. If you look at what has been happening in Boom 1000, price has been consolidating after making a very strong impulsive wave. Price is within this triangle that we've drawn here, the ascending. Someone is saying the ascending, descending. It's not important. Is it ascending? Is it descending? It's not that important. The most important thing is this. Do you know how to trade when you see such patterns? That's the most important thing. So you come here. We are looking at the chart point, touch points, and you're only waiting for price to break out from that particular pattern. So we see these are the lines, the points that I've used to draw this triangle. Ascending, descending, it's not important. So I was drawing my trend lines, and what I can see now is this price. Okay, if you are going to do this, you see this better. Let me go on the daily. Price made a very strong impulsive move going up here. From this point, price made a very strong movement, but then price started to consolidate within this pattern. So this is a continuation chart pattern. It's a continuation, it's not a reversal. So what you're now waiting for is this. You want price to resume the bullish momentum. That's the thing that you're waiting for. You want price to resume its bullish momentum. You're trading. You see, the reason why I specifically say that chart patterns are important is this. You're not trading against the trend. You're not looking for selling opportunities. You're not, because the trend, we saw it the other day, the trend is bullish. So what you're waiting for here is this. You want, after a period of consolidation, and according to trading, you don't trade when price is consolidating. So now price is now giving us signs that there is a possibility that price is likely going to resume the bullish momentum. So now we can now have a signal. Some people claim that, okay, if it's an ascending triangle, the breakout is going to be taking place here. No, it's not the correct way. Just draw your trend line. The breakout can happen even on the lower part or in the upper side. So here we have the upper trend line and the lower trend line, where we have a resistance, here we have a support. So what you're basically waiting for is for price to break the resistance, or for price to break out like what has happened here. This is what you're waiting for. If you trade like this, I'm telling you, it's gonna be very easy for you to trade. So we can see what has happened here. This is a 4-hour candle, and we see the body. That's why I said candlestick knowledge is very important, because we teach this. Look at this candle. You must know on a candlestick there's a body, there are wicks. So you need the body of the candle to close the trend line like what here. This indicates that there is a breakout. So here we have a breakout. So when you're using trend lines, I normally trade. That's another thing. So if I'm going to trade with trend lines, how am I going to trade? I trade break and retest, but it's not always that the market will come back for a retest. So what do you then do? You don't lose money by losing a trading opportunity. If the price doesn't come back to give you a retest, just leave it. Okay. But how do people trade? I use both. How do people then trade breakouts? So the stop loss has to be placed just below this. So it depends. Are you going to be trading breakouts or you're going to be trading a chart pattern? Okay, according to this chart pattern, there's a breakout like what is taking place here. There's a breakout. You wait for price to come back like what price did here to make a retest. You can see this candle came here, touched this trend line. Basically, there's a concept. So I said when it comes to trend lines, it's basically support and resistance. So we can see this particular trend line, the upper trend line, it was used multiple times as a resistance. Whenever price was coming to this trend line, it was being pushed, price was being pushed downwards until price got to a point where it was able to break out. So if you look closely, this is just a resistance, and we can see the breakout build up that was taking place here. Price was keep on hitting the same trend line multiple times, and eventually we now have a breakout here. So what is going to likely take place here? We are going to place our stop loss just below this chart pattern, just below this pattern here, and we need now, that's where most people get confused, or that's where most people think that this doesn't work. Price is, you're patiently waiting for price to give you a breakout. You saw the consolidation and you waited for price to give you a breakout. You don't immediately take a trade. Wait. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for price to come back, give you a retest on this trend line. But on the retest, that's where most people make a mistake, because it's not always that when there is a breakout, price will continue. There can be what we call a fake out. How then do you guide yourself against fake outs? A fake out, a price will break out like what I said happened, and then it will then start dropping down here. And you wonder, why is it price is making this movement? There is a possibility that the broker can manipulate price in this way. Everything was correct, but sometimes even if everything is played out to be correct, you can end up losing. That's one thing that most traders do not know, or most people do not share. Even if the analysis was 100% correct, you can even lose after doing this. This is the reality. It's not always that it can happen in derivative. Even if you go to forex, this is a common phenomenon, and you wonder, according to any trading knowledge that I know, why is it didn't work out like that? Nothing in trading is it. Nothing. So here, this is where most people will make a mistake. If you're just going to blindly buy because of a breakout, price can return here and you end up in a loss. If you're just going to blindly buy after price has made a retest, you're also going to lose. So how then do you safeguard your capital? How then do you avoid being in a loss? This is what I recommend. You wait for price to give you a candlestick pattern at that trend line where the retest is occurring. So you need the following. I normally want to trade using there are basically 3 reversal candlesticks that I normally like. 1, I'm gonna wait for a bullish pin bar. Maybe I can drop down to a 1-hour chart, because when you go to the 4-hour, you can't see clearly what is taking place. So I'll go back to my 4-hour. Let me just remove these things. They're now blocking. It's fine. So on my 1-hour chart, what am I waiting for? I want to know exactly if price is going to start buying at this particular level here. I want to know. So I'm going to wait for a candlestick pattern. 3, 1, engulfing candle. I need a bullish engulfing candle at that particular area, be it on the 30-minute time frame, be it on the 1-hour time frame. But the 1 hour is more reliable than the other lower time frames. Then I also need to see the hammer candle on that particular level here. I will immediately buy, because I now have a signal. The candlesticks are important. Why? Because they give you entry triggers or an entry signal to tell you that price is now ready to move up. So when price reaches this particular trend line, I'm gonna wait for one bullish engulfing candle. I'm gonna wait for a bullish candlesticks, or I'm gonna wait for an evening star. Then when it comes to complex, we have what we call simple candlesticks, where it's just a single candlestick when it's just one. Then we have what we call complex. Complex, there are two or more. But of the complex candlesticks, we have the engulfing and the evening star, or the morning star, or the evening star. In our case, we're looking for a bullish reversal. So the more candles that are there in that particular pattern, the more accurate the signal can be. So if there is an appearance of a evening star, morning star, I know I can buy. Or if there's an appearance of an engulfing candle, I can buy. But it becomes a little bit tricky when it's just a single reversal candlestick pattern like a hammer candle. So the more candles that are there in the pattern, the more accurate the signal can be. Okay, we're done with this. So this is what we're waiting for. You see, it's not even easy. It doesn't stress you that much. You see, I analyzed one. I did my market analysis, although I didn't do it with you. But those who were watching our previous, we spent time talking about the trend that is prevailing in boom markets. We said we are in a buying, we are in a what? We are in a we're in a bullish trend. We're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. That's what we talked about. Why are we in an uptrend? Why are we in an uptrend? Because on the daily, even on the H1, daily time frame, or the H4, we can see clearly how price is moving. We can see a series of higher highs and higher lows. That was the first thing. Before you start analyzing, do your trend analysis. How do you do your trend analysis? You just mark, oh yeah, I'm becoming lazy. Or I'm becoming tired. It's not that I'm lazy, I'm becoming tired. I'm talking too much. Okay, we can see here where the I'm gonna start from here. We can, even if we go back, guys, this market since I remember we're doing a lesson since 2019. Boom 1000 has been bullish. Price came down, price then pushed up, price came down here, and we can see here where the what, a higher low, then price pushed upwards. There was a very strong impulsive move, then price dropped down, creating a higher low, then price created a higher high. So if you see this, price is constantly breaking structure, creating higher highs. You know that you're in a bullish trend. So price always will never move. If it's an uptrend, it will never be like this. You will never see something like this. Price will always make this impulsive and correctional wave, impulsive correctional wave, this zigzag. So this tells you that we are in a bullish trend. Do your analysis. We're not going to do that. We did this some time back. So going back now to our entry, we need to see something like this. Guys, if you think like this, if you can understand what I'm saying, guys, go and implement it. Then in our next live, you are going to testify. That's what most people don't do. Even if they use your strategy, they start making money, they will never come back to the video and say, you know what, or even contact you. My number is everywhere. They will never come and contact you and you say, what, you know what, you helped me. I've been struggling, but when I watched that video, I made a lot of money. There are just a few. I'm not saying everyone does that. There are some people who know that, you know what, the reason why I'm now making money, it was because of the knowledge that I acquired when I watched this video. Sometimes you need to go back and just think. It's not like you need to pay any monetary value. No, just a simple thank you for assisting me. I'm now profitable because of the knowledge that I acquired when I was watching your live or something like that. It really means a lot to me because, honestly speaking, it's not like we get a lot from YouTube. No, we don't get a lot. I have about 11,000 subscribers, and my videos, they range something like 30,000 views, 50,000 views. I have videos that have reached there. But how much are we making from YouTube? If it's about money, I was supposed to stop this YouTube thing. I was supposed to stop it a long time ago. But sometimes it's about the passion. You know where you came from, and you know the value of the information that you're sharing. I know, guys, I used to lose because of failing to get such knowledge that I'm freely sharing on this live. So I knew that when I got this opportunity to know this information, I'm gonna share it with the world. And on that point, it still burns in my heart. If I can get an opportunity to go back in Zimbabwe, I wanna go back, guys, and start a school where I teach the same thing here. in Zimbabwe. I want to go back to Zimbabwe. I know people are suffering. After Zimbabwe, I'll go to Nigeria. I'm gonna go there, maybe stay for 5 years, 4 years there, just help people who are suffering. Guys, in my life, I'm not saying that I've made it, but I'm in the process of doing that. I've seen a great change from where I'm coming from. You might think that getting a job will take you to the level where you want to. I stopped going to work about. I've now 1.5 years not working for anyone, but I've managed to improve my life significantly in a way. If I look at how I worked in that particular school, it's a very good school. I'm telling you, very good school. The standards there are very high, and the salary was also good. I'm telling you, but where I have reached compared to the 5 years, I was able to achieve more than what I achieved in those 5 years where I was working for that good school. I was able to do much even to my family. I'm always talking about this. I was able to assist my parents in building their home, which is something that I always wanted, and I failed to do it when I was working. And I've developed, I used to live in a single room. My life, guys, there's nothing secret about my life. Go on Facebook, go on my page, you see where I started with my wife and how things were. By that time, I was working, but things were not okay. But I've got to a level where now things are starting to be a little bit flexible. I'm telling you, things I would have never gotten to that point if I was working. So trading is very important, and I know what trading has done to my life, and I'm very, very grateful. Okay, we're not talking about experiences in what, but trading is very, very transformative if you do it the right way. I'm not saying that if you go to and start trading, you're going to be a millionaire. No. I'm not saying that if you start trading, you're not going to lose. You lose. You lose. But what you do after losing, I didn't give up. I never gave up on trading. That's what got me to this point. I was someone who was hungry for information. Hungry. After work, I would spend maybe 4 hours after work just looking at these, reading books. I would read. And I knew that I would get to a point where I would understand these things. Now, if you give me anything, I mean anything, any chart, I can analyze, and I'll tell you accurately how. I've analyzed so many. I remember when I was doing my mentorship with these guys, there were a lot of guys. So those guys were more interested in cryptocurrencies. I don't even trade cryptocurrencies. I would say, guys, in our life, give me an asset that you want us to analyze. I'll analyze, then we'll go back maybe after tomorrow. It will be as accurate as accurate as I predicted. To come is like that. Some other guys will start. There's something that you do. Yeah. Oh, my manager saying next asset. I'm not talking too much. Okay, let's go to crash one. Yeah, you need such people because you see, I told you price was going to come down. If you go again and add an indicator. Okay, I know you guys don't want to hear this nonsense. But I'm telling you, maybe you can gain something from this. If you're trading and you've started this journey, don't give up. It's not going to be an easy journey. But I vowed to make sure that if I understand this, I want to share it with the whole world. And this platform gives me that. I don't come here on YouTube because I make money from YouTube. Guys, YouTube doesn't pay that much. It only pays when you now see me putting sponsors. That's where more money comes from. I'm telling you, if you can get a sponsor, but now there's nothing that you can get. Smoothing length. This one I don't like trade view. It gives me a lot of. What is this? Let me see. If I see it, I will see it. So it wasn't simple. It wasn't a simple average. It was an exponential. Length 2. Simple. exponential, something like this. I saw this taking place on the, this line is not correct, it was above this level here. Was it a simple? It wasn't a simple, but I don't know. Anyone who knows the length, okay, the length I understand, these are the candles we are going back. What about the smoothing length here? The smoothing length, when I'm doing my using indicators, I don't use it on trade view, this one. I normally use it on something like this. This one is going to go down. Why is it going to go down? Let's just, so I'm taking you from here and I'm taking you back. If you remember, we talked about this. Let me try to analyze. You guys are here for the analysis, not for the stories. Okay. If you look at what has been taking place here, with the shoulder, we talked about this. Left shoulder, the head, okay. The right shoulder. So this is what we have. Okay, if you look at this particular level here, we have this, we have been talking this, I think this is now almost 2 weeks, talking about the head and shoulder and the reversal. If you look at, we are having a lesson, guys, with my students. So my lessons, when we have lessons, I don't teach theory, I teach theory. After doing, after having a lesson on theory, we go back to the charts and we apply the knowledge. So we're doing it, I was doing this with one of my students. Then I discovered this. It was a head and shoulder. And I told her that we're just going to wait for a breakout and we need to wait for price to make a retest. And when price came now for the retest, it's not smoothly moving. Price is consolidating on this particular level. But I can see eventually, guys, this thing is going to reverse for a very long time. Maybe the greater part of this year will be selling Crash 500. I'm telling you this. So this, yes, we have this. We know that there was a neckline. The neckline was broken. Price came back for the what? For a retest. We know this, and it's very clear to see. But if I'm going to trade today, how am I going to use this information? I'm going to go now to a lower time frame and look for entries. I'm going to go on the H4. So according to the head and shoulder pattern, before I go, let's just mark our targets. So according to the head and shoulder pattern, according to this pattern, come on. So I've been buying, I'm not like I'm advertising. I've been buying, I like using a mouse. So I used to buy those cheap mouses. For example, I used to buy those ones because it will be something like 200, roughly 200 for Canos, roughly 200. Then I said, I'm tired of, because after maybe 4 months, 5 months, the mouse will stop working. Then I bought this Microsoft, this one. So the reason why those things, it's not like they're not strong, they don't work. I have a baby, I have kids, they drop these things. Yeah, maybe it's on the table, they drop it, the next thing is no longer working. But this one, the Microsoft, yo, guys, I've been having this for ages. It works perfectly, very fast, very strong. But now, recently it's playing games. I think it's not old now. I've been having this for almost 3 or 4 years now. Cheap things are expensive. Cheap. If everything is cheap, run away. Okay, on the 4-hour daily, I want to go on the 4-hour. I want to understand. There's this concept that I discovered whenever there's a breakout. You see here we have a pin bar. On the 4-hour, it's very, very clear. You see this candle alone, by just looking at this candle, I know price is ready to reverse. So we have these points. We have 1, 2, and you rarely get people who openly share this information with you. You rarely get people who tell you the truth when it comes to trading. If someone discovers something, he's not ready to share it with the world. But that's my secret. This is how I know more. The more I share, the more I know. There will always be. This is what I believe. I believe in information be decentralized. There's no need why you should. Okay, so we are done with these points, and also we are the third touch level. I'm now tired now. Okay, we have something like this. We have something like this. We have something like this. Or these touch points. So apart from the trend lines, so trend lines, like what I said, they also do the same thing. They are dynamic support and resistance. You can see even without drawing a trend line, by just using the moving average, you're going to get the same entry here on this particular level here. So here we can see these touch points on the third, on the fourth, price is likely to go down. So we know of very well that price will have to drop for this greater part of this. So I'm looking for recent levels, and I'm using those recent levels. And we can see these levels. And I'm using, so what do we call this? There are people who claim these things. And I'm just waiting for price to break out from this. So this one is a what? Is it a descending or ascending triangle? They are triangles, yes. So when you draw your trend lines, sometimes there can be an appearance of a chart pattern here. So this one is a descending triangle. Is it descending or ascending? That is not important. Just draw your trend lines. When you're done, wait for price to break out. So during this consolidation, you can get an opportunity as long as you move along the you're trading along with the prevailing trend. If you go on the daily, if you go on the H4, you can see that price is bearish. So we are anticipating that price should drop. Here we missed an entry. If we had started a little bit earlier when we were doing those jump. But those things, they are very important. So what I think is going to happen is this. Maybe price will break here. We're anticipating for a breakout. So does it mean if I reach this particular level, I will hold for a breakout? No. You need to take your profit at this particular level here. So you can catch your spikes until price reaches this particular level here. There can be a rate of price pushing backwards and consolidating like this. This is there's a very big possibility, and then price will then break out. You can wait again for a retest, and then you drop down like this. So there is a possibility of this taking place, or maybe price will keep on dropping. For now, crash 500 will sell, and then it just breaks this, and maybe to make a retest, and then it will move like this. All these are possibilities. But for now, if you're going to be trading now, we are selling crash 500. We are selling crash. Just, you see how easy this is. This is very easy. You draw your trend lines, look for candlestick patterns on your trend line, then make your decision. Simple as this. And know your market structure. Are you in a downtrend? Are you in an uptrend? Basically, that's it. Then you're done. If you can do this, you never go wrong. Never. This is the most powerful trading strategy that I'm giving you. This is the most powerful trading strategy that you can use. It's easy, but very powerful. You can trade it using anything, be it your your forex, be it your cryptocurrency, be it gold, be it silver, anything. You can trade using this particular map. I think I'm done. What are you guys saying? Okay, the asset that we're looking at, sorry guys, we're looking at crash 500. Yeah, I know this. The vertical format doesn't allow me to, doesn't show you guys which asset we are looking into. It's Crash 500. There's a head and shoulder. Price came for a retest, and now price is consolidating on that particular retest. So yes, there's a little bit of consolidation, but the greatest movement, if you want to be safe and if you want to make money, wait for price to break out from this consolidation, this candlestick pattern. Wait for price to give you a retest. I'm telling you, if you sell, you make a lot of money. You can hold this for months. Yeah, one day when I've really grown, maybe I'm trading a 100,000 USD account. I won't trade every day. I'll trade maybe once a month. Put your stop loss, leave everything. Because one thing I'm telling you from experience, trading will isolate you. You become lonely. I had a lot of friends when I was growing up. Now it has been about 4 weeks. I've been going to play soccer. I've been going to do anything. I'll be just on the computer trading. I'll be just so if you can get an opportunity where you trade on high time frame, be it the daily, be it the 4 hour, you leave the trade to run for weeks or for months. It frees you. You have free time to visit your relatives. You have free time to spend time with your family. You have free time to spend time with your friends, which is very important because I'm telling you, you would make it there, but you've lost contact with the most people that mean a lot to you. It doesn't make sense making money and you have a lot of money, but you don't have anyone whom to spend with. It doesn't make sense. So if you can trade and try to manage, maybe trade for 2 hours a day, you're done. You stay to, you analyze, you wait for price to come there, maybe you just monitor. Then for that particular week, you wait for a breakout. The breakout is confirmed by a retest. You take your trade, you put your stop loss, you forget. You look for this maybe after maybe 4 weeks. I'm telling you, you see that making millions is a possibility through trading. So I think I'm done. Can you please tell me about the Crash 1000? Oh, I'm now tired, my friend. Malik, Uma, I'm really tired. I think in our next live we'll do this. Unfortunately today, tomorrow I won't be available. Even for the jump. For the exercise, I won't be available. Even for the analysis, I won't be available. But before I leave, there's something important that I need to share with you guys. Go on MQ05. We have our spike detector there. And you can also contact me to get this spike detector. We are also, so there was a guy who contacted me and he said, the dates where you gave the promotions are not aligning with most people salary dates. So, or when they get money, people normally get money at the end of the month. So can you please try to extend the salary? It really made sense. So I said, okay, I'm gonna extend the promotion. We're having a promotion. And he said, in as much as you want to help people, in as much as if you're going to say a spike detector is going for 75, can you give us more discount? Do you want more discount? I gave him a discount. It was on 75 US dollars for all the 6 moving crash indices. There are specific different spike detectors that are tailor-made for that, all these markets. So the original price is 100 US dollars. So we're selling it on the promotion for 75 US dollars. The original price is 100 US dollars. Even if you go on MQ05, they sell it separately. On MQ05, they are being sold separately, and each spike detector is 30 US dollars. So you can go on this platform, look for, we have listed how many. Guys, you can actually make money. That's another thing that I want to address, maybe on a separate video. People think that when you come to trade Forex trading, you can only make money through trading. No, there are multiple streams of income in Forex trading. I've been making these spike detectors, and I've been selling them on my own. But when I listed the products on MQ05, they're doing very well. I think less than a month, they have given me something close to, I'll mention the figure. But they're doing very well. They are doing very well. So you can go on MQ5, buy your own spike detector if you trade booming crash. Then we also have the VIX Dominus EA. It's a very powerful tool. In this video, it was able to grow $100 to 1.6. So you can also check it out, this product on MQ5. We also have these products that are there on MQ5. It's a very, very powerful tool. But if you don't know about trading, you want to invest, you can invest in this tool. It will trade for you and make a lot of money. Okay, so the minimum equity that you need is at least $100 using the smallest lot size. Then it will work best if you have VPS. I'm not saying that it doesn't work when you have internet or Wi-Fi. It works, but sometimes you need to make sure that your system is connected 24 hours, which is not possible. So the best is to put it on a VPS. Okay, we're done. So these products. So I've decided to, on the spike detector, I've decided to give people a 50% discount in this runs until the end of the month. Today is the 24th. The promotion will run until the 31 July. 31 July. Okay, we are done. Are you interested in me sharing with you some of the income streams that you can get from forex trading? If you're interested, you can write forex income. Hello, DC Amukelang from Botswana. How are you, Amu? Can you please tell me about Crash 1000? You are so kind, man. I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you so much, Uma. How can I connect with you? Okay, if you go on the description, I've inserted my groups for the different communities, the WhatsApp, the Telegram, and also my WhatsApp number is also there. You can connect with me there. Who's this? Philip is saying never give up. Yeah, that's the truth. Never give up. Thank you, say. Ascending triangle, descending triangle. It's not important to know that it's an ascending, it's in a peanut. If you look at those things, basically just draw a trend line, wait for price to break out from up or down. Don't worry about that. Wait for price to break out from the consolidation, then you take a trade from there. Okay. I think I've said enough. Let's just go. This is a clear sign that price will sell and reach this particular level. Let me save my analysis. Okay, you see price is coming back to make a retest. Then I said if you need to go on the lower time frame to look for an entry. So my question is this: do you think Deriv doesn't know about support and resistance? Do you think Deriv doesn't know about trend lines? They might use some of the information because these markets, they are heavily manipulated. These guys can drive the price in whatever way that they want. But if you trade with using risk management and you also trade with confirmation, you'll see that you will start to be very profitable. And I can see something that is taking place. Let me go on the lower time frame. So after breakout, this is DC strategy. After a breakout, like what is taking place here, how do you trade this? This is what I discovered in 2024. Draw a trend line here. Simple as this. You see, price is broken out from this trend line. Use at least 2 picks or 3 picks here. This is a strong resistance. Wait for price to break out from here. Get from the breakout candle probably on a 1 hour. If it breaks and closes above this, a 1 hour candle. On that candle, the low of that candle, use it to place your stop loss just below the low. And on the next candle, open on the 1 hour time frame. Buy. This is my strategy. You rarely see people talking about this. So I now have a price action strategy. But I'm telling you, sometimes when price is broken out from a particular pattern, you see that there is a consolidation. We also saw the same thing happening in Crash 500. It's consolidating, and you just draw your trend line and keep there. Wait for price to break the trend line. Buy there. Why? Because you want to trade when there is more momentum, price has gained enough strength to push upwards. So if you wait for the price to break out from the consolidation, you are in a position to trade. You quickly make money, because here I think how many hours? I think for the whole day, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 12 hours, just waiting for this big movement. But when you trade when price is broken from this trend line here, the red trend line, the red trend line, you're in a position to trade when prices gained enough momentum to push upwards. Here it's a little bit confusing, and even price can even drop down here. But if you do this, I'm telling you, this DC strategy, I'm yet to find a name to make. You'll make a lot of money from that. Guys, thank you so much for your support. It was a very what. So I've been struggling. The reason why I wasn't doing this one, it was because of this. I wanted to stream vertically. Why? Because there are more views when you stream vertically. I've been streaming horizontally. It was difficult. So streaming vertically, do you think you're interested? I know that there are some people who also have YouTube channels. You want to know how we can stream vertically. With me, I teach myself things. I'm always, so I was able to stream vertically. It's not easy, but we're able to do it. Guys, thank you so much. So we'll be having a lot of shorts using this vertical format. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Enjoy your days. Bye bye for now. I enjoyed the time that I spent with you guys. God bless you. Enjoy your day. It's bye bye. Bye bye. You're good to bye. It's bye bye for now. Enjoy your day, guys. See you on Thursday.